Was it that bad, Rocky?
Yeah, it was bad.
I don't remember being quite as bad as that.
It's just, it was goose egg. I was definitely not there. That's one of the reasons I wanted to do the last one. Because I said, you know, if you're going to end up on doing something, like, you can't, so it was so bad, so off-key.
Told me and discouraged me and said it would never happen. With your body, you're too overdeveloped, you will never get into movies. Hercules movies were done 20 years ago. You're out, out of date here, and the new stars are Dustin Hoffman and Woody Allen. The little guys are in, the big guys are out, and your accent would not work. No one has ever become a star with a German accent.
Well, I don't really have any, because what happened with Michael was that those things were up for sale. When John and I did the deal originally when we were like 20-year-olds, we had a deal that's like real old-fashioned these days, where the writer didn't keep the rights. These days now you kind of normally get like half of your rights in a good deal. So we never had any rights to anything really outside the occasional tip, or royalty and stuff. So Michael bought it fair and square, no argument there. But I am probably, I mean, the way I look at it, it's like I've been working for that company about 30 years, so I'm probably going to approach him for a raise.
So you were having fun doing that, and that's a lot of work.
Doing that, and just hanging out and playing with the dogs. I ran a 10K, which was, I hate running, but that was sort of
a 10K is what? Is it like 6 miles?
6 miles.
How did you do?
I think I did okay.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't throw up at the end, which apparently a lot of people do.
Sure. And what was your time?
I don't recall. I was about to throw up, so I don't remember looking at anything. Mm-hmm. But oddly, you know how they take your picture at the end? Everyone who I ran with had their picture taken, whether they were or not. They were photographed. I somehow was not photographed.
I was just kidding around. I wasn't actively really trying to avoid it or not avoid it. It just ended up being one of those funny things that happened along the way. So no, I haven't really thought about it. I haven't talked to Nicole in a while, so I'll have to call her up and see if she has any other bets she wants to make.
I love to go to the movies and feel like I really admire someone in the movie, and I want to be like them. That, oh, there's something about them, and if I could just get like that. I loved that feeling. And I love going with my kids and getting the popcorn, and we love doing that and sharing our popcorn and having the thing. And for me to look over and see my kid and we're eating the popcorn and see his eyes so big, that's for me such a big deal. Brilliant. And I too, to go on a date and hold hands in the dark, there's that thrill. It's like when you were a teenager and you held hands for the first time. There's something about holding hands in the dark in the movie theater that just re-engages romance in a way that nothing else does.
A true story, closely based on a true story?
Well, it came from an article that was in Esquire that Scott Anderson wrote, and it was about these journalist friends in Bosnia, in Sarajevo, looking for these war criminals that no one could find but seemed to be everywhere. Mm-hmm. This guy named Mladic and Karadzic, who are still out there now. And so anyhow, it's kind of a strange amalgam of road story and the Three Stooges and war criminals and human rights abuses and all this stuff put together. It's kind of a unique form, I think, this film.
And in terms of the war criminals that you mentioned, they're still at large, and why are they still at large?
They're still, I mean, one goes to his daughter's grave every day, apparently.
Really?
So they know where he is, but no one does anything about it. Doesn't capture him. Mm-hmm. The other one is actually writing plays, has written 2 plays and a book of poetry that's been published, and also they can't find him.
It's been around a long time, too, hasn't it?
It's second oldest profession, as they say.
Second oldest?
Yes.
We were doing little tricks then, huh? I shall make this rise.
I guess, yes. I think creating, at that time it was more of a fostering of belief in the supernatural, in the spirit world, more of a religious thing. If a guy was able to do what I could do, he would use that maybe a little bit illegally, to...
Have you ever seen someone do something that you had no idea in the world how they did it?
Rarely. It's a rare moment. You know, it's only for a fraction of a second that you can be amazed. And it's a very sad thing, because that feeling of wonder is an incredible feeling to have, you know.
Yeah, so therefore you are not entertained by others, or you're entertained by the way they do their act?
It would be from a style standpoint that I would enjoy.